You've done the work, the reflection, the journaling, those brutally honest conversations with yourself, and here's where you've landed. You don't want to leave, not yet, maybe not at all, but staying doesn't feel simple either. There's still that tension, that niggling voice whispering something's not right. This episode is for you if you've decided to stay, but you know something has to shift, and that change, it starts with how you show up. If you've been following along, we've named what undervalue feels like, rebuilt inner worth and self-compassion, and looked at when it might be time to walk away. Now we're taking the path where you choose to stay with intention. I see this all the time. So much frustration comes from expectations that live only in our heads. You might be expecting that your manager will notice you're struggling, that your effort will finally be recognised, that someone will offer the feedback you've been waiting for. But have those things actually been said out loud? If not, you need to get honest about what you're hoping for and whether you've actually invited others into that conversation. Ask yourself, what am I still hoping they'll do? What have I actually asked for? What's in my control to clarify? This isn't lowering your standards, it's being clear. Clarity gives you choice. Many of us grew up equating value with praise, but value shows up in so many ways. Trust to lead a project, being asked your opinion, respect for your boundaries, inclusion in decisions. Take a moment to write down, what makes me feel appreciated? Be honest, not what looks good on paper, but what actually matters to you. Now ask, is that already happening in small ways I've overlooked? Could I ask for one simple shift that would move me closer to that? You might realise you're not as far off as you thought, or that one brave request could change everything. If you're constantly absorbing everyone else's stress or carrying responsibility that isn't yours, staying will always feel heavier than it needs to. Time to reset that load. Try this. At the end of each day, name what you did, not what you felt responsible for. Ask, what belongs to me, what doesn't. Use a post-work ritual, a walk, grounding breath, or closing your laptop with "that's enough for today." This isn't selfish, it's survival. Your job can matter without being your whole identity. Staying well often means finding allies, even if the wider culture hasn't caught up. Think small. Who energizes me when I talk to them? Who shares my values, even quietly? Who could I support in a way that also strengthens me? These one-to-one connections create a mini culture of trust and support that keeps you steady. Some days will still feel flat. That doesn't mean you made the wrong choice. Notice the moments that matter, a task that played to your strengths, a calm conversation you handled well, a small win no one else saw, but you did. Use this quick evening prompt. Today I felt most like myself when I added value by I felt proud of. This anchors you back in meaning, even when the workplace mood dips, and motivational awareness helps. At random points in your day, pause and ask, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Where is it taking me? It sounds simple, but it reconnects you to your bigger why instead of drifting on autopilot. If you're staying, you need to build a mini culture around you, even if the bigger culture hasn't caught up yet. Focus on purpose, reminding yourself of the bigger why behind your role. Trust, being open and consistent in how you show up. Healthy conflict, addressing issues early instead of bottling them up. Accountability, holding yourself and others to clear agreements. These 4 cornerstones stop you from drifting into frustration and keep your energy steady. If you're staying, stay actively. Don't just wait for someone else to change the atmosphere. Ask, what project could I suggest that lights me up? Who could I connect with who gives me energy? What skill could I develop to remind myself I'm growing? Call this your stay strategy. It's how you move from enduring to shaping. And no, it doesn't mean doing more. It means doing it deliberately. Small steps matter most. Research shows our brains learn faster from success than failure. Every small win builds self-belief, and self-belief makes the next step easier. So instead of overhauling your job in one leap, ask, what's the 5-minute action I can take today to remind myself I'm moving forward? A simple tool to stop drifting. Every week ask yourself, did I act on something meaningful? Did I set one healthy boundary? Did I grow through skill, connection, or resilience? If the answer is yes to even one of these, you're moving forward with intention. Want to take it further? Write a self-contract. I will specify what the action is by a specific date because it matters to me. Sign it, make it real. Commitment strengthens your follow-through. Fear often whispers, what if I try and nothing changes? The reality, if you don't try, nothing can change. Acting, even imperfectly, grows your skills and confidence. Not acting guarantees staying stuck. Ask yourself, would I rather look back and say I dared to try or I was too afraid to start? When that voice creeps in, why am I still here? Try this quick practice, hands on your lap, breathe slowly, ask, what matters most in this moment? Then choose just one small action to move forward. It resets your focus back to intention, not frustration. Staying doesn't mean settling, it means you're choosing with eyes open. You don't need to leave to reclaim your energy. You don't need to start over to find meaning again. You need to define what being valued looks like for you and take small, steady steps towards it. And if one day the answer is to move on, you'll be leaving with clarity, not exhaustion, because staying with intention is just as brave as walking away. Before you switch off, grab a notebook. What's one expectation I need to say out loud this week? What's one small step I can take tomorrow that reminds me I'm moving forward? Who could I connect with at work that would give me energy? Where is fear holding me back from asking for what I need? If I wrote a one-line self-contract today, what would it say? Even answering just one of these can reset how you feel about staying and remind you that you have more choice and influence than you realise. This is the People Mentor signing off. Don't forget to hit subscribe to get notified of more videos.